Have you been feeling unusually tired, moody, or achy lately, even when you're eating right and getting enough sleep? What if your body is secretly trying to tell you something? There's a silent epidemic spreading across the globe, and it's not a virus. It's a vitamin deficiency. In fact, research shows that nearly 1 billion people worldwide are low in vitamin D, the sunshine vitamin that your body desperately needs for strong bones, balanced mood, and a powerful immune system. So today we're diving deep into 7 clear signs your body is begging for vitamin D. And trust me, by the end, you'll know exactly what to look for and how to fix it before it leads to bigger problems. Stay with me until the end, because sign number 7 is the one most people ignore, and it can quietly drain your health for years. Number 1, muscle weakness and body aches. Do your muscles feel sore, heavy, or unusually tired even without intense physical activity? Persistent aches and weakness may not always come from aging, overexertion, or lack of rest. They can often trace back to a shortage of vitamin D. This essential nutrient is deeply involved in how your muscles move, repair, and maintain strength. When levels drop, muscle fibers lose their efficiency, leading to discomfort, stiffness, and fatigue that seem to appear out of nowhere. Vitamin D helps regulate the absorption of calcium and phosphorus, minerals that are critical for muscle contraction and nerve communication. Without enough of it, muscles cannot generate proper force, resulting in a dull ache or that familiar heaviness in the arms, legs, and back. Many people mistake this for general tiredness or strain, but it's often a biochemical issue. The body simply isn't getting what it needs to perform smoothly. People with low vitamin D levels are more likely to experience muscle pain and weakness, especially in the lower body. Tasks like climbing stairs, standing up from a chair, or carrying groceries can suddenly feel more difficult. In older adults, this deficiency can even increase the risk of falls due to reduced muscle tone and slower reflexes. The pain associated with vitamin D deficiency can feel similar to deep bone discomfort. Some describe it as a dull, nagging sensation that worsens after physical activity or at night. That's because the same nutrient that supports muscle strength also keeps bones resilient. And when either system lacks vitamin D, both can begin to suffer. The good news is that recovery is possible once levels are restored. A combination of moderate sunlight exposure, a diet rich in fatty fish, eggs, and fortified foods, and proper supplementation can gradually rebuild muscle function. Consistent physical activity also helps, as movement encourages better circulation and nutrient delivery to muscle tissues. If you're noticing a loss of strength or unexplained aches that don't improve with rest, it's worth checking your vitamin D status. Correcting a deficiency can bring back flexibility, endurance, and comfort, helping your body feel balanced and capable once again. Sometimes the secret to strong, pain-free muscles isn't more exercise, but more sunlight. Number 2, frequent illness and a weak immune system. If you find yourself catching every cold, cough, or seasonal infection that goes around, your immune system might be struggling, and a deficiency in vitamin D could be the hidden cause. This vital nutrient does far more than support bone health. It acts as a powerful regulator of immune defense, keeping your body prepared to fight off harmful invaders. Vitamin D functions like a commander for your immune army. It activates T cells and macrophages, the white blood cells responsible for identifying and destroying bacteria, viruses, and other pathogens. When vitamin D levels drop, these protective cells become sluggish, and your body's response to infection weakens. That's why people who are deficient often notice they get sick more frequently, take longer to recover, or feel run down most of the time. Research has consistently shown that low vitamin D levels are linked to higher rates of respiratory infections, including the common cold and even pneumonia. During the colder months, when sunlight exposure is limited, cases of flu and other illnesses tend to rise, not just because of the weather, but because our vitamin D stores decline during that time. A strong immune system needs balance. Too little vitamin D can lead to an overactive inflammatory response, which may worsen symptoms once you do get sick. On the other hand, healthy levels help regulate inflammation, allowing the body to heal faster and reduce damage to tissues. You might notice subtle signs of immune weakness long before serious illness appears. Constant sniffles, sore throats that won't go away, or lingering fatigue after minor infections. These are gentle reminders that your immune system is under strain and lacking vital support. Fortunately, it's possible to strengthen your defenses naturally. Regular sun exposure, about 15 to 20 minutes a few times a week, helps your skin produce vitamin D efficiently. For those with limited sunlight, a vitamin D3 supplement is often recommended, but it's best to confirm your levels with a blood test first. By restoring optimal vitamin D, you give your immune system the reinforcement it needs to fight off illnesses quickly and effectively. Sometimes the simplest way to protect your health is to give your body the sunshine it's been missing. Number 3, constant fatigue and low energy. Feeling drained all the time, even after a full night's rest, is more than simple tiredness. It can be your body's early warning sign that your vitamin D levels have dipped too low. Many people overlook this connection and assume fatigue is caused by stress, overwork, or aging, but a lack of vitamin D can quietly sap your vitality day after day. Vitamin D plays a major role in energy production inside your cells. Deep within each one are tiny powerhouses called mitochondria. They generate the energy that keeps every organ, muscle, and system running. When vitamin D is deficient, mitochondria can't function efficiently, and your body's energy output drops. The result? You feel sluggish, unmotivated, and mentally foggy, no matter how much rest or caffeine you consume. Number 4, bone pain or frequent fractures. If you've been experiencing persistent aches in your back, hips, or legs, or you're noticing that your bones seem to bruise easily, low vitamin D might be the underlying reason. This essential nutrient works hand in hand with calcium to keep your skeletal system dense and durable. Without sufficient vitamin D, calcium absorption plummets, leaving bones fragile and more prone to injury or fracture. Even from minor falls or simple daily movements. Vitamin D acts as a gateway, allowing calcium to move from your bloodstream into your bones. When that process is disrupted, your body begins drawing calcium from bone tissue to maintain balance in the blood. Over time, this leads to thinning bones, a condition known as osteomalacia in adults, which causes deep, aching discomfort and tenderness. Unlike sharp or localized pain from an injury, vitamin D-related bone pain is often dull, widespread, and most noticeable in areas like the lower back, ribs, and legs. Chronic vitamin D deficiency have a significantly higher risk of stress fractures, joint stiffness, and skeletal deformities. In older adults, this deficiency is one of the leading contributors to osteoporosis, a silent condition that weakens bones without obvious symptoms until a fracture occurs. Even younger individuals are not immune. Athletes and those who spend long hours indoors can experience early signs of bone fatigue and brittleness. If you've ever felt unexplained soreness that doesn't improve with rest, or noticed that recovery from small injuries takes longer than expected, your body might be signaling that its foundation is weakening. The structural integrity of your bones depends on a steady supply of vitamin D, calcium, and other minerals, all of which must work together to keep them resilient. Number 5, mood swings and depression. If your emotions have been on a roller coaster lately, feeling upbeat one moment and low the next, your brain might be signaling a shortage of vitamin D. While this nutrient is often associated with bones and immunity, it also plays a crucial role in regulating mood and emotional stability. Low levels can disrupt brain chemistry, leading to mood swings, irritability, and even depression over time. Vitamin D helps your brain produce serotonin, a neurotransmitter responsible for feelings of happiness, calm, and well-being. When your vitamin D levels drop, serotonin production slows down, which can leave you feeling gloomy or anxious without any clear reason. This connection is so strong that researchers have found people with lower vitamin D concentrations are more likely to experience depressive symptoms, especially during winter when sunlight exposure is minimal. Many people notice that their mood worsens during the darker months, a condition known as seasonal affective disorder, SAD. This happens because shorter days mean less sunlight and therefore less natural vitamin D synthesis in the skin. The resulting deficiency can cloud your mental clarity, sap motivation, and create a constant sense of emotional heaviness. Even mild shortages can cause fatigue, forgetfulness, and a loss of interest in daily activities. Beyond serotonin, vitamin D supports nerve communication and reduces inflammation in the brain, two factors closely tied to mental health. Chronic deficiency can make stress harder to handle and amplify negative emotions. You might find it more difficult to concentrate or feel easily overwhelmed by minor frustrations. Over time, these patterns can evolve into more serious mood disorders if left unaddressed. Number 6, slow wound healing. Have you noticed that small cuts, bruises, or scrapes seem to take forever to heal? That sluggish recovery might not just be a sign of aging or poor nutrition, it could indicate a shortage of vitamin D. This nutrient plays an essential role in the body's ability to repair and regenerate tissue, and when it's lacking, the entire healing process slows down. Vitamin D is deeply involved in cell growth and inflammation control, two critical steps in wound repair. When you get injured, your immune system sends specialized cells to protect against infection and start rebuilding damaged tissue. Vitamin D helps regulate these immune responses and promotes the formation of new skin cells. Without enough of it, inflammation can linger too long, and the skin may struggle to close wounds properly. Research has shown that people with low vitamin D levels often experience delayed recovery after surgery or injury. Their wounds may remain red and tender for extended periods, and the risk of infection increases. This happens because vitamin D supports the production of antimicrobial peptides, natural substances that fight bacteria in damaged skin. When these defenses weaken, even small cuts can take much longer to heal or become easily irritated. You might also notice other subtle clues: scabs that fall off before the skin underneath is ready, scars that appear darker or rougher than usual, or minor injuries that leave lasting marks. These are all signals that your body's regenerative system isn't operating at full capacity. Number 7, hair loss or thinning hair. If your hairbrush seems fuller than usual, or you've noticed thinning patches on your scalp, low vitamin D could be playing a bigger role than you think. While stress, hormones, and genetics often get the blame, research increasingly shows that insufficient vitamin D is a hidden factor behind hair loss and poor regrowth. Vitamin D supports the creation of new hair follicles, tiny openings in the scalp where new strands emerge. When this process slows down due to deficiency, existing follicles can shrink or become dormant, resulting in reduced hair density and slower growth. Over time, this can lead to visible thinning, receding areas, or even small bald spots. In severe cases, inadequate vitamin D has been linked to alopecia areata, an autoimmune condition that causes patchy hair loss. One reason for this connection is that vitamin D interacts with receptors in skin and follicle cells, influencing how they function and renew. Without enough of it, the growth phase of the hair cycle shortens, while the shedding phase extends, causing more strands to fall out than are replaced. Many people also notice their hair becoming dull, brittle, or weak as the scalp's natural ability to nourish follicles declines. Another contributing factor is inflammation. Vitamin D helps control inflammatory responses throughout the body, including the scalp. When deficiency leads to chronic inflammation, it can disrupt the environment where hair grows, making it difficult for new strands to thrive. How to boost your vitamin D naturally. All right, so you've heard the warning signs, but what can you actually do about it? Here are some simple, effective ways to restore your vitamin D levels. Just 15 to 20 minutes of sunlight on your skin, 3 to 4 times a week, can make a big difference. Early morning or late afternoon sun is best to avoid harmful UV rays. Load up on vitamin D-rich foods like fatty fish, salmon, mackerel, tuna, egg yolks, mushrooms, fortified milk, and orange juice. If you live in an area with limited sunlight, especially during winter, talk to your doctor about taking vitamin D3 supplements. It's the most effective form for raising blood levels. A simple blood test can reveal your vitamin D status. The optimal range is usually between 30 to 50 nanograms per milliliter. But consult your healthcare provider for personalized advice. And if you've experienced any of these signs, share your story in the comments below. You might just help someone else recognize theirs. Thanks for watching. Stay healthy, stay vibrant, and remember, a little sunshine can go a long way.